Hi there. Welcome to Quality Quotes, in which I read a quote from the work of the great Robert M. Pirisig and discuss how its wisdom can help us live a better life. Today's quote is from Chapter 1 of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. You see things vacationing on a motorcycle in a way that is completely different from any other. In a car, you're always in a compartment, and because you're used to it, you don't realize that through that car window, everything you see is just more TV. You're a passive observer, and it is all moving by you boringly in a frame. On a cycle, the frame is gone. You're completely in contact with it all. You're in the scene, not just watching it anymore. And the sense of presence is overwhelming. That concrete whizzing by 5 inches below your foot is the real thing, the same stuff you walk on. It's right there, so blurred you can't focus on it. Yet, you can put your foot down and touch it any time. And the whole thing, the whole experience, is never removed from immediate consciousness. The iconic motorcycle trip depicted in Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance took place in the late 60s. At that time, television was the on-demand screen that was available. Even then, I think people who were aware, as of course Pirisig was, that distillation of human experience to within a frame could serve to isolate people from the natural world. Observing human behavior in the internet age proves this beyond a shadow of a doubt. We react to what comes up on our screens as if it is real because it's calculated to affectively evoke that realness. Psychologist John Vervaeke has pointed out how the virtual world contains all the elements to cognitively satisfy some of our deep personal and societal needs. All in all, the screen can be a powerful deception. It makes us feel like we are living and participating in dynamic reality when really we are mostly passively engaging in a predetermined virtual experience. Now, there is something to be said for television and the internet in terms of life enrichment. A major tenet of Pirsig's philosophy was that we need to work with technology, not against it. He thought we should engage with technology in a high-quality way, in a way that makes life better. And we can. Together with our loved ones, we can experience a great mythic narrative on Netflix, as it teaches us more about ourselves. We can connect with long-lost friends on Facebook, whom we end up visiting in person. We can promote small businesses that give people artisan and handcrafted, say, alternatives to corporate products on Instagram and on Etsy. These are high-quality endeavors. They add to the dynamic richness of life, and they improve our lot. But as Pirisig points out, to substitute the screen for the experience makes you a passive observer of nature. You're not connecting with the dynamic, exhilarating, and unpredictable reality around you. You're not in contact with the full experience of being alive. And this is something I think we don't even know we're missing, because so many things we want from life seem to be provided within these virtual worlds, which are increasingly able to emulate an experience of realness. On the surface, these objects of experience are titillating. Underneath, this titillation is short-lived. It quickly becomes boring, and we need the next fix. It's shots of style, but not substance. Pirisig warned against mistaking style for quality and objects for reality. Because of that overwhelming sense of presence that nature gives us, the awe it affords us, and the deep connections we have from having evolved from the tiniest particle of inorganic matter, we need to, from time to time, participate in the world, the real world, that which is truly and spontaneously dynamic. We need to connect to that whizzing dynamism that Robert and his son felt just below them and around them. So what is the solution? Get out of the frames. There are two that are addressed here. One is that which contains your life so comfortably, the technological frame of comfort. These cars that are air-conditioned and transport us to wherever we want to go. These dwellings that are always the perfect temperature and predictably provide us with all our material needs. The second, of course, is the frame around the experience, the screen. Sometimes you need to get away from the thermostats and the cushions and the dopamine pleasure provided by Twitter, Facebook, and even YouTube, and get back in contact with it all. and out into the sun, or the snow, or the wind. Get back in touch with some of those elements that technology has conquered. Our ancestors may have had lives that were nasty, brutish, and short, but they never felt apathy or ambivalence about the dynamic forces of nature. They understood them in all their terror and beauty. Maybe we need to reclaim some of that. So I hope that made sense, and I will see you next week for another quote for a quality existence.